Hey, what's up you guys? Okay, so today's video is going to be a little bit different because I want to tell you what is going on in my life right now and why I am so terrified every day. So long story short, you guys know I moved into a new place. When I came to look at the place originally, there was a back room that just had a vibe. So the whole house they had furniture in, they had couches and beds and everything, but this back room there was nothing there. And the bathroom in the back room looks completely different from the rest of the house. Like the shower has like a seat in it and like a little thing where you can take the shower in the shower. It's like kind of like an old person shower. And the room just felt really filled even though it was empty. Like I walked in and like my heart started racing. I was like, this room feels haunted, but like I'm just gonna ignore that because like I love this place. So then I was like asking the realtor, I'm like, do you know like what that back room was? And she's like, no, let me ask. So of course she asks and they were like, oh yeah, it's just like whatever, just a room. Weird. Okay, so I move in. Right off the bat, the first day I move in was awful. Everything about the day went wrong, everything, including like the movers cussing me out, breaking things, like so many things that they brought in were broken. Drew slipping and cracking his head open and having to get 10 staples. Literally that happened. Check out his video. He made a story time about it. So everything about that day was like cursed kind of. But I was like, no, I'm just gonna ignore that. Like, I'm sure, whatever. So the first night I slept, I started hearing stuff and I would hear stuff downstairs. And I was just like, you know what? It's an older house. So maybe it's just like settling or whatever the fuck that means. Maybe it's just like wood is like freaking, I've seen home renovation shows. They talk about that. But then I heard footsteps and I heard footsteps coming up my stairs and I was like, okay, that's not normal. I have never seen that on House Hunters. Fixer Upper would never. So I like open my door, I'm terrified, and there's nothing there. So I'm just like, okay, that's weird. So then the next morning I go to the kitchen and my cabinet is open. I did not leave the cabinet open. I always shut everything. I don't even really open anything. I'm just really just an empty person. So I know it wasn't me. So the cabinet's open, so I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird, but I'm just gonna shut it, just gonna ignore that. The next night, same thing. Footsteps, creaking, sounds, whatever. Wake up the next morning, cabinet's open. And I was just like, okay, so there's something going on. I don't know what this is. Is it a ghost? Maybe, but I wasn't that freaked out because I was like, you know what, ghosts tend to follow me anyways, so whatever. So then I put this little deer on my little fridge, which you guys probably saw in some of my videos from a couple weeks ago. So I had that little deer on my little fridge. That night, once again, I hear footsteps, I hear all that stuff, but I just ignore it. And I'm like, girl, chill out, Linda, go to bed. I wake up the next morning. Not only is my cabinet open, my deer is upside down, bitch. Like, what? And I was like, oh fuck, oh my God. What does that mean? Is that a sign of something? But then I was like, you know what, no, maybe like the magnet worn out or something, maybe whatever. I'm just gonna turn it right back side up, I'm gonna shut that cabinet, and I'm gonna go about my business and pretend like everything's chill. Next night, footsteps, sounds. I hear something crying and I'm like, okay, it's not me for once. What the fuck is that? I don't have any people living with me. I don't like, what is that? So then I walk downstairs, once again, nothing. Go to the kitchen, cabinet open, deer upside down. And I'm like, okay, I need to get to the bottom of this. So some guy comes to my house to fix my security system, which by the way, if you're thinking about robbing me or coming to get me, bitch, I have a security system and I have guns, you better not. So the guy comes and he sees me and he goes, oh, you're not who I thought you were gonna be. And I was like, I catfished you. No, what are you talking about? And he goes, oh, well, it used to be a man and his older father that lived here. And then he goes, oh. And I was like, what? And he goes, he must have not made it. And I was like, what? Well, I guess the older man, the guy's father, was living in this house, supposedly, and in that back room, and I think the older man died in there, and I think the older man, because this is what happens with ghosts, they kind of like relive their life over and over and over again. So I think probably he gets up in the morning and like opens up the cabinet to like get some cereal, and then maybe he like opens up that little fridge and maybe the little deer turns, like something like that, right? And then maybe there was a cry, maybe that was him, maybe he had some diarrhea from the cereal he ate, I don't know. So I'm just like, oh my God, I'm living with this ghost, right? So I come to terms with it. I'm like, okay, I walk downstairs and I'm like, hey Gary, making up a name, we're Trill, like this house is like lit as fuck, like we're fire, like we're cool, right? Like using all the Vine terms, just trying to like be chill with him. Obviously I don't get a response. This is where it's kind of weird and scientific. I have an elliptical put into that room, right? Because there's nothing in that room and I wanted an elliptical. So if you guys don't know this, like when you're around a ghost, your heart rate goes up. Okay, so I get onto the elliptical and I put my hands on the machine and my heart rate is already like way higher than it's supposed to be. Like really fucking high. So I'm just like, this is weird, I haven't even started yet. So once I start going, my heart rate goes so high that the machine starts beeping at me and turns off. Because it's like, nope, too crazy, you're gonna have a heart attack. So I start panicking and I'm like, okay, so obviously there is a presence in here and obviously it does not want me to be on my elliptical in here, which by the way, I was looking good. I had my underwear on. I was like ellipticaling with my shirt off. I was like getting my life. And you know, the ghost obviously was sick. Did not want to see that. Anyways, so I go to bed, wake up the next day, cabinet open like it always is. But this time there's no deer. And I'm like, where's the deer? I look down, deer had been decapitated. What? How did that happen? This was new. Like, what? He not only was like so done with me, he's like, I'm gonna ruin everything you love. Crack. What if I had a baby? That baby's head would have been gone. So now I kind of don't know what to do because every night I hear stuff. I've had people, like friends, come over and I won't even tell them any of this. And they'll go into that back room to use the bathroom and then they'll come out and go, there's a ghost in there. Like everybody. So I think my next step is to have the psychic twins come over and like do a reading in that room or something. Or maybe have ghost hunters come, I don't know. Leave me in a comment letting me know if you want me to do something like that. I'm a little scared, honestly, to do something like that because I've done that before and it didn't go well and I wanted to move. So I really love this place and I don't want to move, but what would you guys do? I don't know. It's freaking me out and I feel like last night especially was like, this is why I make the video, because last night was so bad. I mean, it was so loud and there were so many noises and I heard like speaking and talking. And I mean, there's only like so many like YouTube videos I can watch and force myself to like fall asleep. Like I can't. So that's my story. My life is haunted. It's great. All right, I've been talking a lot. I'm gonna go hang out with the ghost. We're gonna be on the elliptical in our underwear and pray for me. All right, you guys. Hope you have fun with me. Have fun with you. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe because I make videos every single day. And I'll see you little ghosties tomorrow. Bye. Hey guys, quick update before this video ends. So I filmed that video probably like a week ago and since then it's been louder. There has been more and more noises every single night. I have a new security system that picks up motion. So like if anything in the middle of the night moves, the security alarm will go off and it's gone off twice. So something is definitely moving down there. Also, the video I put up about a week ago where I was playing with that like fucking wobble bubble thing, a lot of the comments were saying that you guys saw a ghost. I think it was at the 5-minute mark. I don't remember exactly when, but if you want, go check out that video and tell me what you think. I mean, I saw something, I don't know, I'm trying not to freak out about it. I'm trying not to scare myself to death, but maybe the ghost loved the wobble bubble. I don't know. So I'll keep you guys posted and I am going to do a video with the twins. I talked to them. We're gonna do it. We're gonna have a motherfucking seance in that room. Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep. Night ghost. Bye. And it's not gay to put something inside your ass. And I was like, okay. So then I put a toothbrush up my ass, but I put it up with the bristles up.
That doesn't sound like
it was bad. Kids watching, don't use a toothbrush. Use a plunger.